Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good, man? What is up? What is up with everybody in the chat? What is up? Hope everybody's doing good, feeling good. Ready for this big game we got tomorrow, man, because I'm ready. I'm I'm more than ready. More than ready, man. Really quick, gotta give a big shout out to my boy Raider Dangerfield, Blazing Roots, Jeffrey, Sean Johnson, and Junior, man. What's good with everybody in the chat? Uh, what's up, Andy? What up, Raider family? What's good with you, my boy? We gotta win this week, no doubt. That's mandatory. That's Mando right there. Let me see something really quick. Uh, Let me turn that down. All right. Sean Johnson says Andy Raider Nation for life. Trayvon Mullen, Damon Arnett, Derek Carrier are all on IR. Derek Carrier might be season-ending IR, and we activated cornerback Keyshawn Nixon and Jalen Richard also. So my thoughts on that, really quick. I'm not too worried about the whole Derek Carrier thing. It is season ending. He is out for the year. That's not a big deal. If we're really worried, I do believe we still got Matt Bushman, the UDFA that we signed off of the BY. The BYU tight end. Played a couple of years. I think he only played one season with Zach Wilson together, but it is what it is. As far as Jalen Richard, I'm glad we're finally going to get some use out of that $3 million deal he got. It's finally about time. Really glad. And as far as Keyshawn Nixon, I'm not too confident in Keyshawn Nixon from what I've seen, but they kept him over. They kept Keyshawn Nixon over guys like Nevin Lawson and Rasul Douglas. So he has to be doing something better than those two. So better than nothing. That's the way I'm looking at it. Everybody else was good. Jesse was good. Daryl was good. Spencer, Joseph, ONT6 Soldier, my guy. My boy Graf in the building. Raider Carlos. Man, everybody in here. Let's get it, man. And Joy Boy in here. Aaron Cortez, Efren. What's good? What's good? What is good, man? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. But look, man, tomorrow, big game. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. We got the Bears coming to the town. We got our fellow superstar, our ex superstar, Khalil Mack. I think he's gonna play. He is listed as doubtful on the injury list. Akeem Hicks for them has been ruled out. So we are going to yet again face the Bears without Akeem Hicks. The last time we played him, he was out with I think it was a shoulder injury. He got hurt in the first quarter. So we haven't really played Akeem Hicks when we play the Bears, man. So he's out again. That's a big blow, man, for the interior of their defensive line, especially when you run that 3-4. You have to have a stout, big three technique defensive end. And he's not there. He'll be out. He won't be there. So that's a big blow. I don't know if they're going to have Eddie Goldman. There's a couple people. I think Jesse James got ruled out for them. So they're missing a couple people. We're still missing, our linebacker, Nicholas Morrow, Javin White. We're missing Rich Incognito still. So we're missing some guys. So are they. It's big, man. It's big. I think that this matchup is very good, man. I like this a lot. I'm not in a spot where I can feel like, oh, we're going to go out and win this game handsomely. But what I will say is I think that this defense will be playing a lot of mind games when it comes to rookie quarterback Justin Fields. And shout out to Efren Lopez with the donation. My boy just said, Raiders! Easy money right there, man. Got to. You had to hit him with the Raiders, man. Hopefully, Trevathan is a bit rusty. The thing is with Trevathan, that man has been in that system his entire career, basically, right? I mean, it's big, man. It's big. My boy says, wipe them feet. Yes, sir. Hopefully, I mean, when it comes to Danny Trevathan, we know what kind of linebacker he is. He's not the best pass coverage linebacker. He can really come downhill and diagnose a run play and hit you in the backfield, man. So he is no slouch. He is no slouch by any means. By any means. So we got ourselves a tough matchup. But what I will say, their secondary isn't the best. It is not the best, man. Their best secondary player right now is cornerback second year cornerback Jalen Johnson. He's been near perfect outside corner right now. But besides that, their free safety Eddie Jackson has not been playing up to his standards or any free safety standards. Honestly, Roquan Smith has been pretty solid in the middle as a middle linebacker, but I forget who their opposite side corner is to Jalen Johnson, but he has not been good. So we'll see. Hopefully, this will be a game that if John Gruden sees that we can't get the run game going early, Gruden hopefully Gruden will realize, okay, well, let's pick on these corners that aren't too good. Jalen Johnson is doing pretty good, but his partner on the other side is not playing up to speed. So we need to attack that. In my opinion, we need to force those guys to try and make a play and beat them that way. I honestly don't. I really do think that this will be a game where Darren Waller will dominate. Like I said, they don't have enough people in the secondary or really at the linebacker spot because Danny Trevathan and Eddie Jackson, maybe Eddie Jackson 2 years ago and Danny Trevathan would work, but Eddie Jackson's not playing good right now, and I don't think that Darren Waller is about to make him look like a superstar. So I think that Darren Waller might have himself a little mini field day come tomorrow. So we'll see. We will see. Shout out to my boy Sean Johnson. Says Graf in Vegas, repping our Raiders in real life. He'll be at the game. Let's go. Amik Robertson will start at his college position on the outside. Let's go. Opposite of Hayward, Hobbs is in the slot. We'll be good. And if all goes south, Hobbs can go outside, and then like if Amik isn't doing good on the outside, Hobbs can go on the outside. Roger Teamer or Tyree Gillespie can bump inside to the slot. So it's pretty calm, man. It's pretty calm. This is a nice thing when you have depth, man. When you have depth and you don't have to freaking hit the panic button, it's nice, man. It's really, really nice. So shout out to the staff, man, for bringing in all these guys, having good depth, because this is big. It is big. Shout out to my boy Joshua. Says my dog was good. Was good with you, man. Yeah, we need to pass this game to win. Honestly, think Ruggs will eat this game. Here's the thing. This is a defensive line who is leading the league in sacks these past 3 weeks. So I do think that the first 3 plays are going to be run, pass. That's what I think, because I think John Gruden is going to want to get the run game going, especially when you're missing a stout defensive player like Akeem Hicks. I do feel like John Gruden is going to try to exploit that, exploit the missing piece of Akeem Hicks. So I think that we will see a lot of running this game. Hopefully it is effective. I do think that with bumping Alex Leatherwood inside, your interior does get better than what you had before. But in all honesty, I would have liked to see Jermaine Illuminor stay at left guard, but it's okay. Here's my thing. When you're missing Akeem Hicks, this is probably going to be the easiest matchup now for Alex Leatherwood. With Alex Leatherwood going up against Joey Bosa, TJ Watt, Melvin Ingram, Emmanuel Ogbah, Jalen Phillips, all these guys, he's gonna be playing his first week in the interior, and he doesn't even have to face Khalil Mack because he got moved inside, and he won't even have to face Akeem Hicks because Akeem Hicks got ruled out. So I feel like maybe this game we can really see our run game going. I do think that we will need to run the ball in order to win this game, because last game we couldn't get the ball moving on either running the ball or passing the ball. And I felt like that came down to the fact that you put so many pass reps on film to where teams got to see 4 weeks of film or 3 weeks of film. And that's a lot of that's a lot of film when you're passing 40 plus times a game, But I think that this game you have to get Josh Jacobs going. Try and exploit the fact that Akeem Hicks won't be there to plug up the middle. And honestly, when you do pass, really target those young corners on the outside. But don't stay in the back too long because Khalil Mack will get you. Robert Quinn will get you. Those two are no slouches, man. Let's see. My boy David Paris was good. Quick passes unless Rashard is in. There you go. I like that. I like that, Daryl. Hold on. I like that, Daryl. Yes, I really like that because look, you are paying Jalen Richard $3.5 million. So guess what? When you're paying a guy that much money and you're paying him because he's an elite pass blocking running back, when you're going deep, we need to have him in the game. We need to have him picking up the blitzes, man. We have to. We have to have him picking up all the blitzes. But yes, when Jalen Richard is not in the game, short passes expose their young corners. Don't let them get too comfortable out there with them not getting too many deep shots. And then really try and run behind Alex Leatherwood with the fact that they don't have Akeem Hicks in the middle, So we'll see. We will definitely see. We do. I want to see your guys' opinions because there are a couple free agents on the market that are still somewhat serviceable. We have a roster spot available. Do we go out and sign somebody off of our practice squad and just sign them to the active roster, or do we sign a free agent? Because you have those options there. You still have a roster spot available. I think that's pretty huge. I mean, at this point, I think that's almost like an advantage with the disadvantage. Because look, there's guys like Trey Boston, a backup safety that's still on the market. There's what's his name? There's a couple. Let me go look up the remaining free agents, but there's a couple guys that are still decently serviceable on the market. That with the fact that you have a free roster spot, maybe you can go out on the free market, or you can choose from what you have on your practice squad. Daryl says that you think that's Javin's spot. Well, we don't necessarily know where Javin or Nick Morrow are at right now. Let's see. We don't necessarily know where they're at the moment, so we'll see when it gets there. But right now, we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know at all. Let's see. Why is it showing me quarterbacks? I don't care about quarterbacks. Whatever. Well, the point is there's a lot of guys on the market still that maybe you can get some work out of, but we'll see, man. We'll see. Yes, Sean Johnson. I agree 1,000% right here. Yannick is going to slow Jason Peters. I think he gets at least 2 sacks on field with that battle line of Chicago. Won't be able to save Fields all day. I agree. I really want to see ourselves, have a 5-sack game, maybe a 6-sack game, because I feel like that's something you need. I think that this game right here needs to be a big bounce game, not for our defense, not just for our offense, but for our team. Right? You got a lot of crazy stuff going around in the NFL regarding the Raiders, regarding our team, regarding our coach, and all that kind of stuff, man. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm really excited though, with the fact that their offensive line is so bad. We didn't do the best against the horrible Miami Dolphins offensive line, but this offensive line right here is also pretty horrible. So hopefully we can take advantage. Hopefully Yanni can get his first sack of the season. Hopefully he can get his first strip sack of the season, right? We want those turnovers. We want those forced fumbles. We want the offense with the ball, man. But I think, like I said it right after we lost last week. I think that no first down, that 3-and-out stuff for 11 weeks in a row, I think that ends this week. I honestly do believe that was a huge point of emphasis in this week's practice, in this week's preparation. It is a short week, but I do believe that we emphasize it a lot because you got to put points up on the board. You can't put your defense in a position where they have to go out and stop them every time. You can't. You can't at all. And, partially why we had so many guys go down was because our offense couldn't stay on the field. Partially the reason why Mullins hurt, Arnett's hurt, and some of these guys are hurt is because you have your defense playing 75% of the first half, and you just keep going 3 and out. So you have to control time of possession. You got to understand that you can't put your defense in a bad spot. Keep both sides well rested. Keep both sides well rested. And that's what I think we need to do, man. We need Evan Neal, offensive tackle. I've heard that name a couple times. I think he's a right tackle, right? He's a right tackle, right? Santi James says, "What's up, Andy? What's good with you, my boy? What's up, man? What's up, man?" Let's see. You think that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would say that would be Javin White spot or Nicholas Morrow spot. I don't think that Nick Morrow's coming back. I think that because we would have to elevate him in like 14 days. We would have to elevate him in like 14 days because he got put on IR at the beginning of the season, I think. I think he got put on IR at the beginning of the season. Yeah, he got put on IR. Hold on. Did you give a score prediction for tomorrow's game? No, not yet. Not yet. We do that at the end. Let's see. What 2 players do we activate tomorrow? We are allowed 2 guys. Yes, we are. Tight end, maybe Matt Bushman, and safety, Clint Dix. The thing is, Matt Bushman is not nearly the run blocker that Derek Carrier was. I honestly could see us maybe potentially using that roster spot as what's it called, to go out and get a run blocking tight end. But maybe you do bring in Matt Bushman just because it's a super short, notice. But maybe safety, Clint Dix. I would like to see. I think maybe you bring up Kendall Vickers this game. In my opinion, maybe you bring up Kendall Vickers. Add some more depth to that defensive line, because Kendall Vickers can play the big end. He can play the 5 technique. Or I like the activation or the elevation of Clint Dix. It's not a bad one. But I think we should bring up another linebacker. In my opinion. I think we should bring up Patrick Onwuasora this game. I think so. I think it'll be a physical one. I think you should bring up Patrick Onwuasora and maybe what's his name? Kendall Vickers. I think both of them should be on the defensive side of the ball. Or I'm looking at it right now. Maybe you bring up when are we gonna go? Listen, when are we going to put Andre James on the hot seat and elevate Jimmy Morrissey for a game? What do you guys think about that? Put Andre James on the hot seat and bring up Jimmy Morrissey for a game, man. Bring up Jimmy Morrissey, Patrick Onwuasora, and that puts pressure, man. That puts pressure on Andre James. I want that. I really feel like maybe you bring up Jimmy Morrissey for a game. Hey, you bring in Jimmy Morrissey for a game. Bring up Jimmy Morrissey off the practice for a game. You're gonna need to play better, man. Don't mind I double up on a question. You're answering it now. Yeah, no, it's all good. Hi Andy, what's good, Jose? Did you see Cable's comment about James has been playing good? I did not see that. And if he did say that, that's definitely a lie. And that's just to save face. Yeah, Junior, I would love the fact to see the Raiders try and light a fire under Andre James, and for a game, you activate Jimmy Morrissey for a game, right? You don't necessarily have to start him, but you can activate him for a game. You can have him there on the sidelines, like, hey, pick this up, man. Pick this up. And then meanwhile, you could have Patrick Onwuasora there. You could have Kendall Vickers. You can do a lot of things. What up, though, Andy? What's good with you, my boy? Mondo. Bring up Jimmy for the Broncos game to hold Von Miller. I like that, King Savage. I like that because me personally, if you activate, if you or you elevate Jimmy Morrissey for a game, it's kind of like, hey, you don't pick this up. This guy's hungry. He wants to get in too. He wants some reps too. So I don't know. I don't know. I would like it. I would like it. I would like it. Definitely, I would like it. But yes, King Savage, I agree. Bring him up with the Broncos game, right? Because we know that they got a stout defense. So definitely, without a doubt, I would do that for the Broncos game. I would do it for this game too, because their front seven isn't really some slouches. So me personally, I would do it for this game as well. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Man, Crystal Geyser got the best water, man. Crystal Geyser, please. Head on. All right. Could it be that Cable and Gruden don't like rookies? What do you mean? What do you mean they don't like rookies? Alex Ella was a rookie. Have they gave any specifics on Mullins' injury or just foot? It is just a foot injury from no specifics. But he was placed on IR. So it frees up a roster spot. That's why we were able to bring up Keyshawn Nixon, bring up Jalen Richard, and still have a roster spot available. Was good. Just got here. What we talking about? Hey, talking about this Raider football shit, man. If we start off slow against the Bears, I'm going to be pissed. I agree, man. But me personally, I really, really, really think that shit ends this week. I honestly think that shit ends this week. I'm being so honest, man. I think that shit ends this week. This week. Not because we need it to, but because I honestly do think that the whole talk that you can't get a first down, you go 3-and-out for 11 weeks in a row, I think that's finally going to get to him. I think we need it for it to finally to get to him so he can understand. So he can understand, okay, I need to play call better, man. I need to play call better. Let me see. What is that? All right. It's just tripping. Let's see. What makes you think that Gruden's plays are trash? His plays aren't trash. He actually designs really good plays. It's just the plays that he's calling with a certain personnel makes the plays trash because they won't work. They won't work. His plays aren't bad. We saw him run all of these run plays Josh Jacobs' first year when we had a stout offensive line, right? And they looked good because we had the personnel for it. But you cannot run the same plays that you would run with the highest paid offensive line that you would with one of the lowest paid offensive lines. It's a completely different personnel. Completely different personnel. So it's not that his plays are trash. It's the fact that he's not willing to change. It's the fact that he's not willing to change his plays for the better of his personnel because he feels like anybody should be able to execute his plays at any time. That's what makes it trash because his plays aren't bad. It's when he calls them and who he calls them with. That's what I think. You pumped up about Amik on the outside? Yes. I'm pumped up. He gets a pick tomorrow. You ready here? I got you, bro. I'm going to put it up on the screen for a minute. I like this, man, because I honestly feel like this could happen. I honestly feel like this could happen, Town Biz, bro, because the reason why I say this, they're going to go up in this game. Maybe it's Allen Robinson, whoever will be lined up over Amik, right? They're going to look at him. He's a backup. He's a mismatch. Let's test him. Justin Fields is young. He's going to test him. Amik Robertson, we know that man he's a dog, man. He's a dog. He has fight. If he doesn't have anything else, he has fight. That's what he has. So I like that, man. I like that you think he's going to get an interception. I honestly really could see that happening. Also, That man has bunnies, bro. He can really get up there. He can really get up there, man. Um, Me too. Me too, OG. Me freaking too. I'm pumped about moving Leatherwood to guard. Me too. That's where he had his best film in college, man. That's where he had his best film. He played left guard, then he played right guard, then he played left tackle. Then he got drafted as a right tackle. But he had more film at guard than he had offensive tackle, and I feel like this is for the better, man. Right after the game ended, I was saying it, man. I was saying it. Maybe move him inside. It's for the better of his career down the line. Yes, maybe the confidence lowers a little bit. But guess what? This is the perfect game for the confidence to lower a little bit because you don't face Akeem Hicks. You're not one on one with TJ Watt. You're not one on one with Emmanuel Ogba. You're not one on one with Melvin Ingram. You're one on one with a backup defensive lineman in your face. This is where you gain confidence. This is where you gain confidence. You know, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Um, Meek was doing a lot of interceptions in college. He has good ball skills. Pause. He does. He really, really does. He really, really does, man. Truthfully, he does. He has. You know, he's a playmaker, man. He made a lot of plays at Louisiana Tech. He's a playmaker, man. If he ends up being a beast at guard, it's not a law. If he ends up being a beast at guard, it's not a loss. What do you think? Definitely not. Definitely not. Um, I don't think it's a loss. I feel like we drafted him at tackle because of his tangibles, not on. Here's what I'll say. We drafted Leatherwood at 17 because his tangibles fit exactly the mold of what Tom Cable likes. His speed was there, his footwork was there. But guess what? What wasn't there was the play at the NFL at the highest level. That's what wasn't there. But you look at his film, what was there at left guard, at right guard, his play was very, very, very good. And of course, you don't want to have to move your first round pick after 4 games to a different position. You don't want to do that. But guess what? If he's going to play better and you're going to get more production at a different position for him, do it. It may not look the best, but it's better for your team. It's better for your team. And what's better for your team is that's what's better for him. That's what's better for him because if your team does good, a lot of mistakes are going to get swept under the rug, man. Man, let's see. Man. We putting Hayward or Hobbs on Robinson. Amik will be in the slot with Nixon and dime defense and nickel without Nixon. No. Hayward and Hobbs are not going to be on the outside. It was reported earlier today that Amik will start on the outside with Hayward, and Hobbs is going to be inside on the slot. Unless we go, unless we go, like you said, in the dime, I still think like Amik will be on the outside. But honestly, you can't go in the dime with how limited our personnel is at corner. I doubt it. I doubt that we'll see a dime package this game. We'll be in the nickel. We're being our base defense, but we're not gonna be in the dime at all this game with how limited you are at corner right now. But Amik will start on the outside. Hobbs will start in the slot, and so will Casey Hayward. He will start on the outside. So I like it, man. I like it. There you go. So when Leatherwood was playing with Josh Jacobs for 1 year, Leatherwood was a guard. Leatherwood was a guard. That's how they knew each other, man. Alex Leatherwood was a guard when Josh Jacobs played with each other. When him and Josh Jacobs played with each other, he was a guard. He was not an offensive tackle. So that's another thing, man. That's another thing. Andy, who do you think what our O-line looks like next year? Well, I don't really like to look too far in the future, but what I will say is that with 2 years in a row, as much as I love Richie, as much as I know he's an elite offensive guard when healthy, I don't see him on this team next year just because the best ability is availability. I don't see him on this team next year. I feel like next year our offensive line will probably look like Denzel Good at left guard, Alex Leatherwood at right guard, and we'll try and see if Brandon Parker will work out at guard. I mean, we'll try and see if Brandon Parker will work out at tackle, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to see Waller and Ruggs on some screens. I'm not too sure about Waller. He doesn't really got that shimmy to be on the screen and really make something happen. But I agree with Ruggs just because of his speed. We will see how he holds up for an entire game on the outside. I agree. He did play a good second half, but yes, an entire game is much, much, much different. Definitely. Let's see. Should we get the right tackle from Alabama? We should get whatever tackle is going to help us win games. And whichever tackle is going to allow John Gruden to run his system. Shout out to Jamie in the chat, man. Says, keep doing your thing, Andy. Aloha from Hawaii. Appreciate you, my boy. I don't even think it's Jamie. I think it's Jaime, right? Is it Jaime? Is it Jaime? I don't want to say Jamie. Whatever. Jaime, or my bad if I said your name wrong or if I said it right the first time, but I appreciate you, man. I will most definitely keep doing my thing. Gruden doesn't even run screens. He runs them on third down. Like, when you need 15 yards, let me run this screen. Fucking Gruden, man. This man be pissing me off, man. Our D-line is going to look like a lawnmower tomorrow. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Like I said, this is an offensive line that struggles big time. So I feel like this game, if you don't put a tight end or if you don't have a running back chipping on Yannick or Max or both throughout the entire game, Justin Fields is going to be done. Like, Justin Fields is going to be hurt. Like, you're putting him at risk because those two are no joke, man. Those two are no joke. Let's see. Throw to the running back, like Watt said. Yeah, I mean, it helps. It definitely helps to get the momentum of the offensive line going. It's better. It's better, right? When you don't have the personnel to go downfield all the time, you have to play smart like that. I do know that a couple people, what they're gonna be like is, oh well, we have Ruggs doing so good. Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we doing that? If our offensive line can't hold up, well, we're not going to be able to do anything. So we might as well do what will get us down the field before we'll even start complaining, So it is what it is, man. Jacobs isn't injury prone. He is banged up, as is any other NFL player, because Jacobs been known as a player who plays through injury. What I'll say when it comes to Josh Jacobs is that, one, I definitely didn't see him being injured this much because he didn't play a lot in college, right? He didn't play a lot in college, or he didn't play as much as other backs, right? So with that being said, I expected him to be pretty fresh. I expected him to be a pretty healthy back. But what I will say is his availability at times is very limited. And it always sucks because it's always in a point where we really need him, right? And when it comes to Josh Jacobs, we need him. We need him, right? And I understand he only missed 2 games, and people are being so like outlandish about the situation. Like that's ridiculous. You shouldn't be pissed about a guy who only missed 2 games, right? Like it's football. He's gonna get injured. Players are gonna get injuries, So when it comes to Josh Jacobs, he's a running back, man. And in this offense, he's going to run the ball a lot, man. He's going to run the ball a lot. In his first 2 seasons as a Raider, man, he's just under 500 or just over 500 touches. The fact that he's only missed 2 games this year is actually a thing that we should be lucky about, man. We saw Saquon Barkley get just the same amount of touches, if not a little bit less, and this dude was out for a whole year, right? So I feel like maybe we need to calm down on that, right? I mean, I'm not too worried. I think that Josh Jacobs is fine. He'll be okay. We'll be good. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But I do feel like he, as far as availability, definitely needs to be on the field more, without a doubt. Um, Jonathan, yeah, me too, man. I'm pissed about Incognito. And honestly, I'm not pissed at Incognito. I'm pissed at the fact that we need him so bad and he can't play because of a injury. And yet again, it's football, man. It's football. I'm not gonna kill or drill a man that got hurt practicing with the team or playing with the team. Like, how can you get mad at a player for getting hurt while trying to make the teams better? Like, like, what? How can you get mad at that? How about Ruggs? Yeah, I think that Jonathan probably did have some mean words for Ruggs, but I think we all had some mean words for Ruggs last year, right? I think that if you didn't have mean words for Ruggs, you'd be crazy, bro. I'm over here right now. I'm watching the what is that? The weigh-in that Tyson Fury and Wilder had earlier yesterday, bruh. Bruh, play Rashard too since Barber's hurt. Yeah, but I think Barber's gonna get put on IR, right? I mean, he was he was like diagnosed with what, mild turf toe or some shit like that. Um, it is what it is. Andy, do you think Parker not starting was because he got beat out in training camp, or Leatherwood draft status gave him room for error? Because I'm sure Max was whooping him in training camp. If I'm going to be honest, I really feel like Alex Leatherwood only started over Brandon Parker because of where he was drafted. I'm going to be so honest with you on that. And that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, man. Because before the draft, and actually right after the draft, Tom Cable said that he felt like we had 3 starting offensive tackles on the roster. You go down the line, and the names he was mentioned, maybe I'm reading in between the lines too much, but you go down the line, he goes, Colton Miller, that's your best offensive tackle. Brandon Parker, he's been with the team. And Alex Leatherwood. Of course he has to say Alex Leatherwood. Of course. You just drafted him, right? You just drafted him. But me personally, I feel like Alex Leatherwood was drafted. He was tested. He failed the test. Put him to where you know he can be successful. That's what I feel like it was. Honestly, I don't feel like Alex Leatherwood had some outstanding camp where he couldn't do anything wrong. If I'm being honest, but what I will say is that Brandon Parker last year, I felt like when he came in, he played good. I feel like he played good. That's just how I feel. I know a lot of people don't feel like that. Me personally, I do. I feel like he played a good game. I feel like he was solid. I feel like he did what he needed to do, right? And against the Steelers, yes, he didn't go up against TJ Watt, but he went up against Melvin Ingram. He went up against some serviceable guys, and he didn't look too bad. Yes, he got beat a couple times, but what I will say, the times that he got beat, it looked worse because the refs didn't call late hits on their defense line. And yes, I definitely feel like those were late hits that the Steelers defense line was doing on Derek Carr. One of them could have cost a big injury. Thankfully, it didn't. But it is what it is. I did not see that, Joshua. I did not see him roll his ankle or almost roll his ankle on the taunting penalty. No, town business. Right before you got here, I think it was right before you got here. I was looking at our practice squad guys to see who we should elevate for tomorrow's game. And what I was saying earlier was, I feel like maybe this week or this game, when you elevate your 2 guys for tomorrow, I feel like Andre James should be on that list. I think that Andre James should be on that list. I think that Andre James my bad, Jimmy Morrissey should be on the list of who gets elevated this week. I feel like Jimmy Morrissey, you elevate him from the practice squad, you have him on the sidelines, you have him suited up for the just in case, right? For the just in case Andre James is looking horrible or just in case someone gets injured. I feel like Jimmy Morrissey should be on the sideline this week. That's me personally. I think that Jimmy Morrissey should be there applying a little bit more pressure, even though Jimmy Morrissey's not going to be like, hey, like put me in, all this kind of stuff. But I think that Jimmy Morrissey should be there, man. That's what I feel. Yeah. I think that Josh, where is it? Hold on, what's his name? Jonathan. I feel like with when it comes to you and Abram, with what you just said, that he hasn't been anything special. I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like what you have against Jonathan Abram is the same thing I had against Solomon Thomas. You just don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. But guess what? Solomon Thomas has proved me wrong so far. And I think that definitely, without a doubt, Jonathan Abram has proved you wrong so far because you were one of his biggest critics. And you said he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. He has too many penalties. He doesn't have one fucking penalty on the season. We're going into our 5th game. He has, I believe, 3 tackles for loss, got some hits, got biggest play of that Ravens game. So I don't know what football game we've been watching, but hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Part of forgiveness is just admitting that you were wrong. Let's see. Personally, I think that every reserve O-lineman should be active. Hey, man, if that's how it would work, I'll be right with you, man. I agree. I fucking agree. I agree. Oh, man. Think Leatherwood will get some push for the run? Me? Yes. That is something. I feel like he upgrades. He upgrades our interior. He was a downgrade to our tackle spot, but he upgrades our interior big time. Arnett is the only secondary player who's played bad. Not wrong at all. Not wrong at all. Like that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Like if anybody's saying that that's not a fact, it's just hating. It's just hating, man. All I can say is he's no Jamal Adams or Charles Woodson yet. Homie, did you see what just happened to Jamal Adams last week? Or this Thursday? Bro, Jamal Adams has been getting exposed. So if you want Jonathan Abram to be Jamal Adams, then you're looking for the wrong person. And Charles Woodson, bro, nobody on this team is going to be Woodson, bro. Woodson is a Hall of Famer. He's wearing that gold jacket, man. Like, what? If you have to compare, I say this all the time, man. If you have to compare a guy, a so-called average guy, to the elite, he's doing something right, man. He's doing something right. That's what I have to say. Hey, Andy, do you think this Gruden stuff will affect our season? Not at all, man. Not at all. Not at all. I don't think so. I feel like, the NFL is just, I don't know. I feel like if you have a problem with what was said, you take that up 10 years ago when it happened. I feel like right now they're just saying stuff to kind of knock us off, man. Kind of knock us off. Me personally. You just trying to get knocked off. Then why is he wearing the number 24? What? What? You're gonna say that he has to be a Charles Woodson because he's being number 24? Jonathan Abram is trying to be Jonathan Abram. He's not trying to be the next man. Like, what? I'm not trying to be nobody with the way I live my life. I want to be me. I'm trying to be me. Like, what? I'm trying to be me. I'm not trying to be nobody, bro. I'm trying to be me. He's doing better, but he can take his game to the next level. Jonathan, I felt like that's what you should have led with. I think that's what you should have led with, man, because that's much better than he's not doing nothing special. I think that's much better than he's not doing nothing special. I feel like you should lead with that because by you saying he's not doing nothing special, I feel like it's almost disrespect. Personally, I feel it's almost like disrespect. Everyone who has wore that 24 has created their own identity. Exactly, man. Exactly. Let's see. He actually helped us win that Ravens game without a doubt, man. He made one of the biggest plays. What's your thought on center Austin Corbett? I don't have no opinion. I would be lying if I even said that I know that guy by name. I would be lying, man. Personally, if I'm being so honest, man. Do you think Gruden is saving players for the second half of the season? Incognito, Jacobs, so forth. The next 4 games should be W's, even without him. I wouldn't say that you're saving Incognito at all. I feel like Incognito, well, technically Incognito is not even eligible to return until after the bye week. So there's that. But I what I would say is that I would not. And if that's his goal, me personally, I'm disappointed. If his goal is to save players for the second half of the season, I'm disappointed personally. Personally, I'm disappointed because I don't think you should ever do that. I think that the way you start is a big reason to the way you finish, man. Big reason. Personally. Waller almost rolls his ankle. Okay, shit. I'm glad he didn't. The fuck? Who remembers Larry Brown? Me personally, I don't remember Larry Brown. I'd be lying. I'd be lying. I'd be lying. It's Gruden. Yeah, that does seem like something Gruden would do, right? That does seem like something Gruden would do, huh? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Larry Brown was trash. Okay, well, I'm glad I don't remember him then. I'm glad I don't remember him then. Let's see. Do we trade for an offensive lineman? I don't think we're going to trade for anybody, personally. Scott says we need to go get him free agency. He's who protects Stafford with the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, next spring. Oh, next year. No, I don't think that you'll see us sign any centers. I think we're gonna roll with what we got, or if anything, we're going to draft someone. But I don't think that. I don't think so. I don't think so. The GOAT Raider John is in the building. Shout out to Raider John, man. What's up, Raider fam? What's good with you, bro? What's good with you, man? Everybody get out the chat and get them likes up. I appreciate you, my boy. Big time. Big time, man. Big time. Let me see something really quick. Hold on, man, because I just like what I just saw. I just like what I just saw. I like what I just saw. I love what I just saw, actually. Hold on. Where's this at? Where's this at? Where is this at? I like what I just saw. I love what I just saw. Please, don't ever come at my quarterback. Ever. Ever. Okay. Let's see. We literally traded for Larry Brown after the Cowgirls won their 5th Super Bowl, one of the worst trades in NFL history. Stop basing players off numbers. Exactly. The number don't make the player makes the number, man. Abram was a first round pick, though, obviously. All I'm saying, we have to draft better. Whew, we need to draft way better, man, way better. I only brought it up because Scout did last night on the scouting report with Graph. Oh, okay. No, I did. I didn't have time, bro. I did not have time. I went out to Sacramento, man. That's a that's a W with a bad receiving core. Bad. Like bad is low key an understatement, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Bad is low key an understatement. I am not gonna lie, bro. Like, come on now. Would you bring Conley back as depth? Personally, no, no, no. I would have liked to bring Isaiah Johnson back, honestly. Um, mm, I don't like the fact that we're okay with letting Isaiah Johnson go. And what's this dude's name? Brandon Fassison or some whatever. Like, we're okay with bringing his end of the road, end of the career self because of his tangibles, but we're not able to keep Isaiah Johnson, who has the same tangibles, if not better, and is younger, more potential, higher ceiling. Why not? But you're okay with bringing him. It is what it is. Just wanted to see the real Raider fans with the Larry Brown low. Keep doing your thing, little homie Andy. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Conley and Arnett are basically the same dude. Honestly, bro. Honestly, I don't know how you're a DB and you don't got that fiery presence. DBs need to be the ones talking the most on the field, man. Those gotta have the most swag. Man, I'm still believing in Arnett, but why did we get rid of Conley if we was just gonna draft another Ohio State corner? Who knows, man? That building got something going on in it, huh? Uh. Uh. Um. I just seen something. Man, I'm still believing in Arnett, but why did we get rid of Conley if we was just gonna draft another Ohio State corner? I have no clue. As far as still believing in Arnett, y'all heard me, man. Y'all heard me, man. I was believing in that man personally. I was believing in that man for a long time. But what I'm seeing, man, I even believed in him. After he let that 2-point conversion. I even believed in him. But I seen enough. Man. I seen enough. Personally. I honestly seen enough. But yes, that's true, Daryl. Arnett is not scared of contact. Conley was a little hoe, dog. Conley was a bitch. Like, damn. Damn, Conley was a bitch, man. And I can't stand that. I cannot stand that at all. At all, I can't stand that. Because Conley was, man, he was yeah, that. He was come on now. Let's see. We're hating on Arnett, but he did get hurt putting his body out on the line. Hey, Malik, that's what I was saying last year, right? Because he got 2 concussions last year. He got hurt putting his body on the line, and that's why I had a lot of respect for him. I didn't like what the nation was doing, right? But he's given up a 50-yard bomb as a backup. Didn't even make the tackle on that 50-yard bomb that he gave up. Then he gives up, I believe, a 2nd and 11. He also gives up a 2nd and 8. He also, on one tackle, finds a way to pull his groin. One tackle? Like, man, I want him. I want him to get it, man. I want him to get it, but what have we seen? What have we seen? What have we seen that's gonna make him be like, you know what? I still got faith. What, like what? What is it? What is it? What is it, man? What is it? What have we seen from him, man? What have we seen from him, man? I ain't seen shit. I haven't seen not a damn thing, man. Not a damn fucking thing, man. At all. At fucking all, man. We haven't seen nothing that's gonna make us be like, you know what? I believe. Like, I believe, man, I truly did believe. I truly did believe that after the 49ers preseason game, I was like, okay, he got this shit, man. He's going to prove everybody wrong. And then he don't do shit, man. He doesn't do nothing. He doesn't do nothing. Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know what the hell to do, but his time running out with me, personally. Personally, his time running out with me. One pass breakup, that's it. Morrissey at center, bring him up. What do you think, Andy? What's your name? Damn. Fuckwalk? Fuckwalk 73. I was just talking about this earlier. I feel like with the fact that you have two guys that you're able to bring up for the game, I feel like one of your two guys should be Jimmy Morrissey. Elevate Jimmy Morrissey from the practice squad. Um, you know, elevate him. Just have him suited up. Have him on the sideline for the game, just in case something outlandish happens with Andre. I feel like just having Jimmy Morrissey suited up on a sideline should put some pressure on Andre, man. And not the bad pressure, but the good pressure. The pressure that'll make him think I have to step my game up. I feel like one thing that's really bad is the fact that you're playing bad, but you're still comfortable because no changes have happened. Not even an elevation, not even a signing, So I feel like that's not good. I feel like that's not good. Me personally, I feel like this week the two people we should elevate off the practice squad should be Patrick Onwuasor, Jimmy Morrissey. If not Patrick Onwuasor, bring up Kendall Vickers. That's what I think. That's what I think, honestly. I think we should trade for tackle Cam Robinson. I would love to sit here and be like, yeah, I think we should too, but I just don't see it happening. I really don't think it'll happen. I would love it. I would love it, but I just don't see it happening. Personally, I wanted Kenneth Murray or Patrick Queen. I think that year Kenneth Murray came out the same year as Antoine Winfield Jr. I wanted Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jerry Jeudy. That was me. Arnett is still leading the league. Shit, man. Amik is gonna take the CB4 spot from Arnett. He already did, man. He already did. What was it? Week 3 against the Dolphins. They put Amik on the outside after what was it? Third quarter. Trayvon Mullen and Casey Hayward were going in and out, bro. They put Amik on the outside over. They put Amik on the outside over Damon Arnett, man. He took it already from him. Man. I feel like with this organization, the time of playing guys because of where they're drafted above the better guy needs to be done. Needs to be done, man. It needs to be done. You play the better player at the end of the day. Point period blank, you play the better player. That's what it should be. It's what it should always be. Honestly. If your first round pick looks like a scrub, but your second round or your fifth round is looking good, do it. Do it. Do it. Who you got? Fury, Wilder? I want Wilder. I think Fury. Personally, Fury's a good boxer, man. That man's a great boxer, honestly. I feel like saying that he's a good boxer is disrespectful. Yeah, he's a great boxer. But I want Wilder to win. But it is what it is. What do you think of my statement? What'd you say? What was your statement? What happened, Sean? I didn't see it. Oh, what you caught, Raider Carlos? What'd you leave the Raider image with? What you leave with, man? What you leave with, man? Let me know. What did you leave with? Arnett needs to leave football or just leave the team. I don't want that, man. I never want a man to, have to give up what he loves doing, but oh, it's not, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Come on, give Andy the like, fam. Appreciate you, my boy. Appreciate you. Shit, man, we already been here for an hour. Time is it? Oh yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this quick one up. Uh, I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna go do something, and I'm gonna watch that fight or whatnot. But I think Stu might be having some problems getting the game up tomorrow. So I don't know if he's gonna pop up actually tomorrow. But I'm gonna send him the link anyways to the stream and the game. So hopefully he'll pull up. I think he might end up doing it anyways. But it's been real. Appreciate all y'all for tuning in. I will be live tomorrow for the game. Hopefully with Stu. I'm gonna send him all the stuff that he'll need to pull up, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be live tomorrow for the game. Pull up, enjoy the show. 4-1, baby. 4-1. I can't wait. Love y'all, Raider Nation. But I'm out, y'all. Peace.